So I've been sitting here trying to think of a song for the intro to this video. And like as soon as I just pushed play or record, whatever that button is, the only song that comes to mind is I might be crazy. You think I'm crazy. Friends, what is going on? I hope you're having a fabulous morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it is. I am sipping on, just to pre-warn, I'm sipping on some iced coffee. And I feel like as the morning goes on, I'm getting more coffee wasted. So just throwing that out there. Okay, so my dilemma, my crisis, my planner sitch is like this. It goes a little something like this. So yeah, I feel like I'm not the only one, but right meow, I am just not, well, actually, I think this all started with me trying to prepare for next year already. Like I've already been trying to prepare for next year. So in my preparing, I've already decided that there are some pros about the planners that I'm using, and there are some cons about the planners that I'm using. We got pros and cons, cons and pros. And I really think that my style is changing. What I'm willing to put up with is changing. And that is going to have a lot to do with my decisions for planners for next year. So I thought maybe this would be either interesting or maybe help somebody else that is also going through said crisis. So where do I want to start? Okay, so first of all, I'm going to start, let's go back. Let's go back in time and see what has worked for me, what I've used. I keep kind of putting these back and forth. I don't know if that's helping my brain or it's like a comfort move. I don't know. I'm nervous. I don't know. Okay, so let's go back to, and let me maybe zoom in a little bit. Oh, that did something funky. I don't know if I like that. Okay, so let's go back to 2021. Well, first of all, let's go even back before that. Before 2021, my one and only planner was an Erin Condren coiled vertical planner. I have them all lined up over there, which I will show you in another video when I do my little tour. I used that one and only planner. It was a vertical coil, and I would just keep it laid out on my desk, and I would put everything in there, right? That was like my go-to planner. I would memory plan in it. I would plan for the day, week, everything. So that was my one and only. I never needed or didn't feel like I needed an everyday carry. I didn't feel like I needed a goal planner, and I didn't feel like I needed a monthly, like just separate stuff, right? So then somewhere down the way, I discovered that, I think it started with me needing to budget. So with me wanting to budget, I came across videos of people budgeting, and they were using the Erin Condren monthly planner on a coil. So that's where I started with just getting a whole different planner in general. I was still true to Erin Condren coil planner, but it was the monthly, and that was my separate, financial budgeting planner that I put all my shenanigans in, right? So then that worked out great. Like, baby, we got out of debt. We did all the things. We saved a bunch of money. It was wonderful. So then I didn't feel like I needed that anymore. So then I decided to continue watching and fall down the rabbit hole of planning videos as we do. And I came across videos of this nugget. So this is a B6 Stalogy. And I had never used this kind of paper before. Never even heard of it. I was like, what is this thin paper? Like, I would listen to the sounds of them flipping the pages, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that? So this is, I started using it, let's see. So yeah, like I kind of did it like bullet journal style. I did like my whole future log situation, and that did not last long, obviously. I think well, as you can see, only through January. And then, but yeah, so I did a whole setup, like, you know, cute little dashboard. I did a little, what you call these things, little tip-in, flippy. She's so cute. I should take her out so I can use her again. And then I put my little tabs. And oh my gosh, how many dashboard January pages did I need? Okay, and this is how I would do. And I would be able to use my stickers. It's, you know, just a blank page. And I would write down, you know, the stuff that I needed to do, add my stickers. And so, like, it was like plenty of space. Well, not all my pens. Gel pens did not work for me so great in this, but I pretty much ended up using only ballpoint, and I fell back in love with ballpoint pen. Like, I didn't even realize ballpoint pen could be fantastical, the Uni Jetstream. And so, yeah, like I would do, you know, just, yeah, like, I mean, I'll do like a quick little, and I used this sucker, and I loved it. Like, I had so much fun. And see, this is what, so even if I was feeling lazy and I didn't want to write everything out, I found, you know, SM Plans. I found these different shops that had the little, like I could print it out and just stick it on the page and fill it out. So that was kind of fun, doing different stuff. And then, as you can see, I switched out a little bit of my layouts, added some lines, got a little bougie. But where was, I saw it, I flipped, oh, okay. So this was like, this is probably one of my favoriteest spreads ever. I mean, all I did was I wanted to use my stickers that were for the Erin Condren vertical. So they're 1.5 inch across, right? So then I was like, how am I going to be able to use these in here? And like I said, this is the B6. So I basically just stuck a sticker down, and I found the grid, you know, and I just drew a line, and then I made this work, and then I did stacked weekends, and I am obsessed with this. Like, this is the cutest to me. And then of course the stickers, I mean, come on. But yeah, like this worked so well, and I used that. And then if I needed to have, like, you know, extra lists, I would just do that on the next page. I would still use stickers. Oh, I did another one of those. So that was fun. And I know I still continue to use Erin Condren. Like, I still had that. That's always been like my pre-planner anyway. And it's always stayed over there. I can pre-plan, write stuff out way in advance. So I still had that. That was like my safety blanket, right? And then I would just, you know, but I would use this so that I could take it with me and know what's going on if I needed to. Let me see, maybe some of this is some stuff I don't need to be showing. So then, yeah, I don't know what happened there, but I think there was a couple of months where I would just like stop using it, and I would just be like, meh. And then, oh, looks like I had another. Oh, I see what happened. Okay, so I did put all the months here, and if I didn't use it, like I did put the tab down for May, but apparently we didn't do nothing really in May. So maybe I gave up. And then, oh, that's June. Oh, I really gave up. Okay. But when I used it. Like, I would do my little dailies. And okay, so this is like, that's too much. That's too much time spending on this one. So anyway, that's just to show you like how much fun I had in this. Like, this was so much fun. I loved it. And it worked for me. And it could be a whatever kind of planner, right? Because it's just a notebook. Like, you can plan however you want in this. You can do weeklies, dailies, whatever. So that's kind of where my head is at right now. So keep that in your pockets. So then I went on to use, oh, actually, no, let's go. I found, so now that I was used to that kind of paper, the thin paper, right? Then I found people that were using the Hobonichi Cousin. So this is this year, but I actually used them last year as well. But I tried to make this like my one and only planner. I don't use it for the monthlies, but I was going to try to use it for weekly and dailies, since I was like, man, this is like the lazy man's bullet journal, right? Like everything's already written, all the things are set up. All you got to do is write in it. And so like I did that and I tried. But I think what throws me off about this is that I think, first of all, the times and the lines, they're so dark. So it annoys me because I don't need that part of it. Like I just need to write down the stuff that I need to do for the day. I need to write down my stuff for my lists, and that's it. Like I don't need the times. I'm not doing any time-based stuff. So I tried to do that again, and then that was it. Like and I did it through January, and I was like, no, this is not it for me. So, and also the columns are just a little bit too narrow. Like I'm obsessed with that 1.5. It's like just enough space to put in a sticker, you know, all the good 1.5 stickers. That's like 99% of all the stickers in like Happy Planner books. You can buy a happy planner book and make it work for you with those 1.5-inch stickers. So this is just a little too narrow, first of all, for my big writing, and I don't need the times. So dark, it annoys me. So that didn't work. So then I ended up using it for my memory planning, and I need to finish the last few days, but this is the cat's pajamas. This was like so fun. And so that's basically where like all my creativity went, was into doing these kind of pages for my memory planning. Okay, so still though, this can't be my one and only. Like we're thinking for the future, we're thinking for the rest of this year. Obviously this annoys me, so I can't use this either. So, well, can't use it yet. Maybe in another season, not this season. Okay, so then I thought maybe a different layout, and let's like shrink the planner, right? Like everybody was using Hobonichi Weeks, and I thought, can I make it work? This is last year's. And I did all the little, you know, I even set up my monthlies and everything. Like we did all the stuffs in this one. And just to do like a quick flip through. And I used this pretty good actually through like September, October. And so like this was fun. It's very small. Not really enough space for what I need. And yeah, just not enough space. And I'm thinking like in the future, I mean, this could never be my one and only. Like it's just too small, and the pages are too small. I need a little bit more real estate. So, but I did try this last year, and going forward, I am officially breaking up with Hobonichi Weeks. I still have some that I bought last year just because either they were super cheap, or I just kept thinking that I was going to give it another chance last year. I thought maybe it was the cover. I thought maybe it was, this is a sneaker weeks. I bought like the hardcover ones. No, this is not it. So then okay. So I had used this in the past. As a matter of fact, this one is 2019. So I had used this in the past, and I actually love this layout. Yeah, the layout's good. I was trying to find a spread where, okay, so this was like, I picked this back up this year actually. And I love the space. It's still a little bit too much for what I need just for the weekly. Like, I don't have that much going on ever during the week that I need this whole planner. And I don't like to add necessarily all my to-dos and everything in each day, because I see this and I'm thinking I can only do this on this day, this day, this day. And sometimes I can get around that by like writing down here. Sometimes it just doesn't work. I don't know. But I still like every now and then I come back to this layout just because the way it's set up, and there is plenty of space. This is a little bit wider because you can see I used the 1.5 stickers, and there's a little bit of space on each side left, but they'll fit. Like if I want to come in here and use any kind of 1.5 inch sticker with the sticker kits or whatever, I can always come in here and make it work. So that is one of those that, but see, here's the thing where I know I will probably never use this again unless I don't get it on a coil. The fact that it's on a coil, it annoys me. So we're fine until I get here, and yeah, I really think it's the coil that is really just irking my tater lately. Like even in my Erin Condren vertical that I use for pre-planning, like as I'm writing on it, I'm just like, go stupid coil. Like I'm so annoyed. Like the coil is, so for the rest of the year and in the future, I just don't think coil is going to be a part of my lifestyle anymore. I really don't think so. Like it's getting to where it makes me want to cuss, and I don't want to do that. So then I was like, okay, so I love Hobonichi Week's layout. And I saw some videos with people using this guy. This is the Moleskine, yeah, weekly. And then there's these little weird little, man, those are little calendars. Okay, but I was like, can I use this for my weekly? But y'all, this paper sucks. Sucks. I was not able to use, like, I would never be able to use this because even my, my tombos were bleeding through. Mild liners, tombos, everything was bleeding through. So first of all, the paper sucks, can't do it. The layout is awesome. Like if the paper was good, this is like, I could make this work because there's enough space for what I need. Y'all know I don't need the weekends so big, since I just gave up on planners trying to make enough space for the weekend, and I just make my own weekend list, you know, on my big whatever I decide to use. So that's not even that important to me. Like that's how I got around that, or that's why I originally started the weekend list anyway. It was because planners were doing this kind of razzle dazzle to you. So then, and then there's this whole space here. I could cut it in half, make to-do list, whatever. So I love this, but the paper sucks. So I can never, so we had to break up pretty quickly. Then I came across Commit 30. Lucy, you the realist. So then I came across, they were having a sale because I got this in May. They were having a sale and I found this nugget, and I know like it's for, oh, don't you just, yeah, so for the fact of, let me find a blank. So for the fact of this layout, it is awesome. Now this is the more, what? Yeah, this is like A5 size. The columns are not as wide as I would like. That actually the columns are equal to Hobonichi Cousin because I've used my stickers. Where? Didn't I use them in this one? I really thought I did. Was I dreaming that I used them in here? I really thought that I... Anyways, I thought... I really thought that I used some Hobonichi sized stickers in here. Oh, I did. They're right in front of my face. Oh, good Lord. Okay, so yeah, these ones. These are sized for Hobonichi Cousin. I think I might have said Hobonichi Weeks earlier. Hobonichi Cousin for the columns. Yeah, these stickers. I bought a bunch of these stickers when I just knew, or I thought that Hobonichi Cousin was going to be my new one and only planner. Yeah, okay. So these are the size. So that's what size columns these are. If anybody, you know, has those stickers already and then you want to switch to this planner, they do work in here. I just don't have that much of them, and I personally just like a wider column. However, for the fact of I love this paper, yeah, I love the paper. I've been able to use all my tombos, all my, you know, mild liners, been able to highlight stuff off, and there's maybe a time or two where if I'm kind of heavy-handed. Now, I don't know, I must have been real heavy-handed this day, so you can kind of see a little bit here, but that's not so horrible that like, I feel like once you start writing and then highlighting, if I were to use this spread, you wouldn't be able to see it anyway, or just wide it out. This planner is worth it to me to be able to do that. Or if I needed to. So, and then I like the column on this side here. You got some space down here for just decorating, whatever, it's a lot of space, a lot of columns. I kind of wish the columns were a little wider, but I like that it's open, it's not lined. You can just and then you can even white these out and like extend this whole column if you wanted to, whatever. So this is a contender. This is like, I'm thinking this might be my new weekly planner for next year. As far as like using it for goals, it's still up in the air. I have a bunch of different things that I'm going to try throughout the rest of this year so I can continue to use this and keep trying different stuff. But yeah, like as a goal planner, I just don't know if this is it for me. The pages that I feel like should be important, that I should want to keep coming back to, I ain't coming back to them. But then for what I've used it for, like in planning, like using it like a weekly, I love it. I think there's things that could change as far as like the colors and, whatever. But as far as the layout and to just be able to use what I want to use and the vertical, yeah, I could see this as a contender. So I'm going to keep using this regardless through the rest of the year and keep trying to play with different stuff to use it. But yeah, I'm thinking, and then there's no coil. So it's so easy to write on. I love it. And then we got this little garter belt here that keeps her closed. So I don't even need a cover. I mean, I'm not huge into covers anyway, really, but this one does not need one. Like I can throw this in my bag. She is so durable. Like she can take a beat down. So yeah. So yeah. What else? Okay. So then these planners, like this one, y'all, 2019, yet again, I keep all my stuff because you never know when you want to jump back in there. I've used these on and off for years. And I love them. I love them dearly. Back when I was trying to use this like as a legit daily, this would irk me so bad because I would want to write everything. I wasn't doing my weekend list back then, so I would need to write everything. And this was never enough space. So then I just was like, oh, I'm done. But then next year, what would I do? I would buy some more and give it a chance again. So then I would get annoyed with the fact of trying to use it like to write everything in. And then I would just use it like as a weekly. See, and I did a weekend list in here. I would just use it as a weekly like I'm doing now. And I just love the layout. Love the layout. Love that I can just get in there and start writing. This paper is pretty great. As far as like, the only thing that bled through was these dang zig, what are they? The clean dot markers. Yeah, those bled through like straight up. But everything else that I used, just regular Tombos and the mild liners. Yeah, like they're good. This paper is pretty great. But man, I think those zig clean things, them are fierce. Like you got to be on some construction paper basically to not have those suckers bleed through. So yeah, so this, as far as for a weekly, I think it's fun to just get in and play with this every now and then, but I don't know. I mean, maybe if I went ahead and set this up in advance, but to have to do this every week, I don't know. But it's still maybe a possibility. Or I could always end up using it as a daily again. Who knows? But this one's never out for me. Like I feel like I can do so much with it. So to be continued on that. And then same thing with, this is the same thing, but it's just the undated. So the undated, I like because there's nothing I have to cover up. There's no whiteout needed. I can just, if I want to date it, I have stickers, or if I want to write it in. And it's just so cute, so clean, so fresh and so clean. Yeah, it's always a good one. I have not seen the undated ones on the website in a while. So hopefully they bring those back because even just like to have at work and to just keep like an ongoing to-do list. Like I just love this layout. It's good. It's a good one. And no coil, you know, no coil. Okay, so then Hobotech. So I told y'all, you know, I tried to use this for weeklies back when it was the A5 size, did not work. So then I had this nugget from, this is a 2020 Hobonichi cousin that I sliced and diced because that's why it looks so trashy. So wait, did I? Okay. So yeah, I sliced, there's still like some little hanging threads and stuff off of here. It's bad, it's real bad. But I was like, if I'm gonna use this or try to use this like for weekly planning again, and maybe it's the size that was throwing me off. Like maybe I prefer the standard, and I had not ever tried to use a standard size for like a weekly or an everyday carry yet. Like I had tried the Hobonichi weeks, and like I said, that B6, that's like a, man, that's a great size. Like I feel like for everyday carry and to do everything. So yeah, I jumped back in here in March to try to give it a chance. And I love this spread so much, the stickers, and it was just very, it worked. Like I was able to write everything. Still, like the first thing I see when I open this page is the times and how dark the lines are. I don't know, it's just certain things about it. It just bothers me. I wish I could get around it. And, you know, like I said, the columns are too narrow for me personally. So I feel like I could only write like one word on each line because I don't like to write inside this little grid. I know people do, and I've seen people do it. My writing is not meant for that. I am not built for that. So, and I didn't use it. So then after I skipped this week, the dates actually were correct. So on Monday, it was the 20th of March and so forth. So then, like, I love this spread. I think it's so cute. But once again, like, I can only write basically like one word. And then I was using the stickers that I had previously bought. So that was good. And I mean, it works. It's still just not my favorite. I love that it's not a coil. I do love that it's already set up. If I were to try this again, I would definitely maybe just buy, because I think on jet pens you can just buy the individual, like the January through July, or yeah, January through June. And then I will have Opal cut it down for me so that it's perfect and not gnarly like this one. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I would try different ways of using it because I still just felt like it's just a lot of space. And then, oh, see, now this was one of my favorite ones. Like, I set it up like Hobonichi Week style. So this was, you know, the horizontal columns, and then I just used stickers. And then I had like my separate little lists over here. Like, I love this. If I could just take away the times that are like looking at me and the dark lines, I mean, I think this would be perfect. So what is the difference between this and a Hobonichi notebook? Keep that in your brain. Okay, so yet again, I did it again. I love this spread. The numbers annoy me, the dark lines annoy me, and I feel so boxed in with the small columns. And I tried again. So cute. And then at that point, I was done. Like, I gave up. And this was like some old spreads from like when I had used it back in 2020. So then I just wanted to continue to use this for like daily pages. So I did. I continued to use, yeah. So then I was like, well, if I'm not going to use it for a planner, it's now, to me, it's just a notebook, right? So then I used all the pages in the back. I still have like maybe 10 pages left. So I felt like that was a perfect time to be like, okay, this is not going to be my number one for sure. Maybe another time in the future, but like thinking about like 2024, that sounds crazy. This is not going to be it. but it's, you know, it was a good learning experience. It's definitely helped me learn, you know, what I like, what I don't like. So then I had already been thinking about this like back, you know, months ago. Like I said, the coil was already starting to irk me. Memory planning was starting to irk me. Like doing it every day, I feel like I don't need to do it every day. I really was just like continuing to use, you know, because I had the notebook and I would just continue to use the pages because they're dated. And, but then there'd be times where I would just look, like I would just do this. Like I wasn't in the mood to cut out more stuff, or I wasn't in the mood to even pull extra stickers. So then I would just do like this. Then I would get creative again, and then I'd be like, nope. And yeah, so then here at the end, I would literally just write like what happened. And I haven't finished the last few days, which I need to, because I just feel like I need to finish strong, right? And at least write in there what happened. So I think that's been another thing. Like the memory planning every day has been feeling like kind of a chore. But then I feel like if I could go back to something like this, where I can do everything together, and I can use stickers when I want, when I'm in the mood. Each day could be a daily page if I want it to be. And then I could also do like my weekly spreads. Like, see here, I was so lazy. I just used one of these. Like, I mean, why not, right? I stuck it in there, and then I had other stuff going on, you know, in the background. So yeah, so then going back to Hobotech, and if I took this and I'm like here, I just feel like to utilize it. Okay, this is what I need. I need, and, oh, my foot's falling asleep. Does anybody else like sit on their foot like a little kid? I do. I still do. So that's what that was about. Anyways, I feel like what I'm looking for, this is like my personal ad for a significant other in a planner. I need no coil. I need good paper that does not bleed through. I need, yeah, the size, like personally, this is too much planner. The A5 is just a little bit too much to be for me. Like this is just January through June. If y'all could feel this, I need to weigh it because she's a chunker. And I know people use the cousin, that full beast, and they carry it around, but maybe they're not adding stickers and extra stuff. I don't know. That's like, I would need a dolly to carry that thing around. It's got to be heavy. So I was like, no coil. I need good paper and something. I personally want something that I'm either familiar with or kind of comfortable with. So that's why I think too, I keep going back to like the Erin Condren petite planners, because I've used them before. I'm comfortable with the paper. It's comforting, you know? So enter Opal and her shop. I will link her shop. I continue to link her shop below constantly because she, first of all, she is a delight. She is such a sweetheart, and she is a badass businesswoman. Okay. She does her stuff. Like you will never, I personally never had a problem with her. Her customer service is 5 stars, 6 stars, 10 stars. She is adorable, person, and she runs a tight ship over there. Okay. So her, TN shop where she cuts down notebooks. I was so in my dilemma, like I said, way earlier this year. And I think I did show these in the video where I was, talking about her shop. I was like, for the future, I could already see that standard size is so like, I'm in love. Like standard size is so good. It's like you get the full length of A5 but just not as wide. So it's like good real estate here, not as much real estate to have to mess with here. So then I had found these awesome composition notebooks. And this was like a bigger, like it was even longer. So she cut it, you know, she cut the width and the length off of this to make it the same size as a standard. This one was just a regular A5 Hobonichi notebook that I just had her cut the width off so that it will be standard. And as you can see, this one is the crazy one that I did, but they're all, yeah, they're all standard size. So yeah, like I said, I love this for everyday carry. Hobonichi Weeks is just a little bit too small for me, but maybe in the future, I don't know. I still feel like even if I had this and I could have had her cut this down to a Hobonichi Weeks size, I still think that's too small, especially if I want to use it for a weekly, like I would do in this one every now and then. So I had her cut a composition notebook down to standard and then just a regular Hobonichi notebook. And this is where I feel like, so that I can memory plan. I can memory plan when I want, or even just do a weekly spread for the week, you know, to plan in. And then maybe add pictures in that spread or after the fact. I'm gonna have to massage this bad boy. Yeah, so this would be, I could do weekly spread here or here. Maybe I want to do Hobonichi Week style. Who knows? Whatever I'm in the mood for. There's no times. There's no lines. So I can make the columns as wide as I want. And I'm already thinking like, let's take like one of these stickers for instance. Let me see one that's a colorful one. So yeah, if let's say I want to set this up like for the week. So what I would need to do is measure, I'll probably start from the inside. So I could get away with, there's 1, 2. So I could do 2 full columns. And then this would just be, maybe I could just put some washi here. So that could be Monday. So I could do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then honestly, like I don't really use the columns part like in my planning since I do my weekend list. But I could still do like, I could do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday across this way so that each column could be this wide. Or I could, yeah, like I said, I could do the Hobonichi Weeks style and just do horizontal and then have my notes on this side. And then maybe flip the page. Maybe I want to add some pictures. Maybe I want to do some collage. And then then here I can do my budget page so I can keep track of my credit card budgeting, all that. And then here I will do, maybe I need some dailies every now and then. Maybe I do. And then maybe the book I'm reading, I'm trying to figure out who these characters are. So sometimes when I'm reading a book, I like to write down the main characters. And if there's like a little snippet about them, I need to remember, you know, I can have that here. So basically like just one book, which leads me into One Book July. Like, I don't know if y'all are familiar with One Book July. You know, if you search on YouTube, hashtag One Book July, they would have like different prompts, different years. This year they're doing, because they're not exactly doing the One Book July, they're doing Junk Journal July. I don't think I'm ready for that yet. I have some gorgeous, beautiful junk journals that my girl Erica made me that I plan to get into. But I think right now I just need to simplify one book for everything. I'm definitely not going to use one pen. Some people, they'll do One Book July, one book, one pen, and that's it. No, y'all know I am not, I can't. I will still continue to use all my different tombos and all that shenanigans. But I think just to simplify right now for me is the answer. I need to just one book, use this for everything. Yeah. So yeah, this is for the month of July, this is the winner, and could possibly be, hey, this could possibly be the winner for next year too. It'll be good to see how and if I can set up everything like I would do in this nugget, or if it's gonna annoy me, because that could very well happen too. Maybe like a couple spreads and I'm like, I'm sick of making my own. But honestly, like what I would do, you know, when I would do the weekly in this one, I would just draw a line. Like, I know I showed y'all already, but I was gonna use it for, or even like here, like I would just draw in. Now I'm beating it up. Where was it? Was it September? Yeah, like I would literally, like there was nothing really to set up. I would just draw the lines and then put the stickers in. Of course, when I'm trying to find it, I can't find it, but y'all know. I just, man, just thumbing through this is so, it was such a good one. I cannot find it. Anyways, y'all know. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do for July. One book July for me. Although I am still, this still does not count to me. Like I can't do my goal stuff, I feel like, in here. First of all, this is not a 365. I'm not sure exactly how many pages is in this, but I feel like if I'm going to use this for everything, for my weeklies, my grocery list, my budgeting, my memory planning, I feel like this will fill up pretty quick. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'll use maybe this whole thing in the month, but maybe I will. But yeah, this is still like, I'm still going to play in this and do my goals and tracking and that kind of stuff for the rest of the year. Because like I said, I really could see this also as a contender for planning for next year. Why do I still have the sticker on my finger, y'all? So I'm still going to use this, and but this is going to be, like I said, memory planning, weekly planning, budgeting, any other lists I need to do, my reading log journal, and yeah. So that was a lot. I know that was a lot. I need a drink. I'm going to just take a drink of iced coffee for now, and then we'll do cocktails later. You know, y'all already know. So yeah, comment down below. What do you think? Did any of this make sense? Did any of this help you? Are you also in a planner crisis dilemma? You know, maybe there's something, or there's a planner that you've been using for a while and now it's just not really doing it for you anymore. I mean, a lot of these reasons that I have, I feel like are silly, but if it's keeping me from using the planner, then it's not good, right? Like I need to move on. There's so many planners out there. Like why use one? You know, if I'm just not happy with whatever aspect of it is, why? Like, there's just too much. So, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Let me know what you're doing for July. If you're doing anything different for July or the second half of the year. Are you switching planners also? Are you in a crisis? Let's talk crises together. All right. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.